Despite the differences that the BJP might have or the RSS might have with you, you're generally acknowledged to be one of the more intelligent thinking persons of the RSS. I mean, that's how we in the media have always looked at you.
I'm not.
No, but you are, because, and that is the reason why I'm going to ask you my next question, which is
Without these adjectives also.
which is really important, because when the BJP was in power, what was the main, can you identify a couple of issues or reasons why the party failed to regain power and stay in power? Apart from the scientific style, I was looking at political issues.
In my view, lack of conviction about the ideology to become the driving force of governance. Because at the outset of the government formation itself, some leaders told that pragmatism has to be the key. And some leaders told ideology is not required for good governance. If that be the case, then definitely party would have lost direction and moorings. And so also the governance also would have been just like any other government. So it happened that way.
One of the things that created a lot of controversy, and I want to raise it here, is this whole visit in the Agra summit, as it were, when General Pervez Musharraf came at that time. Do you think that was a major mistake?
Some more homework was needed, not only within the government, but also with the party leaders too, party workers also. Party workers could not be briefed. There was no mechanism to have a better understanding between party and the government. That's also one of the reasons.
But you're not critical of the effort?
No, that effort was needed as always. From a firm position of strength, talks and negotiations may definitely help. But about that, preparations and what exactly would be the response in Pakistan could not be gauged well. That's my thing. Yeah. By the government.
Do you think that was one of the factors that sort of lost the party a lot of support amongst its hardline constituency?
No, I don't think that way, because that summit was going to fail. If somebody had seen, which I had also suggested to our party people, that what's all being published in Pakistan papers, please go through it. There, the visit of Musharraf was being tom-tommed, that Mr. Musharraf, be firm there. They're already crumbling. And if you are firm, they will serve you Jammu Kashmir fully to you. That was all the sound and noise being made in Pakistan papers. So that move.
So isn't it strange that Mr. Jaswant Singh was asked to almost leave the party for saying good things about Pakistan?
That was, in my view, that was ill thought and premature, hasty decision. Whatever he had written, yes, it was to be disputed. For example, I didn't agree with what he had written. Because the people who were alive during partition days, they are still alive. If he had only gone for interviewing some of those people also, perhaps he would have been better, more correct in reporting whatever he wanted to say. He just went through only papers and documents.
So eventually now they've taken him back. Uma Bharti and you are the two persons who are being named now for going back to the BJP. Is that going to happen?
No, I have been consistent and clear about myself. Right from 2000, I have reiterated time to time the position that I will not rejoin BJP. I will not become party to any political party or be a part of political power.
And now we're going to be talking about the party again, on the BJP and the new president, as well as on Hindu terror. Right? So tell me about Mr. Gadkari. You just wrote this letter to him. What was that all about, and why did you feel the need to write to him?
Because I didn't want to add to the confusion, because I have been amply clear and I've always said that I don't wish to join the political party BJP at all. Repeatedly I have said it. And in that, he in an interview, he just told that no, people should regret for the missings which they have done, all this. So about that I have to assert that I was neither expelled nor I quit the party. I just refused to renew the membership. So don't put me in that category. That was my assertion. And about naturally about other things, I had to say that having more restraint in talks will be of much more use because of the gravity of the position he holds.
You told him that?
Yeah, I had written that in my letter also. Before that also, once or twice I had communicated to him that in the field of politics, speaking less is more important.
So did he reply to your letter?
No, through many common friends, I came to know that he was definitely sad about that letter and he did not intend to hurt me. And afterwards, he has taken that caution also.
So don't you think you could advise him to bring out that document of 1997 and implement it?
In 1999 also, and after some time also, whosoever had met me had suggested to, including the All India President Kushabhav Thackeray. In 1998, he had become the president. He was the best suited to implement all that.
But Mr. Gadkari is a different kind of president from what the BJP has been used to, right?
I don't know.
You wouldn't know. But mostly your presidents haven't spoken out in the manner that he does.
Maybe. Maybe. I'm not.
So do you think that at a very crucial stage, without going into personalities, but at this very crucial stage of the BJP, probably you needed a very strong leadership to direct it out of this chaos which is being caused by factionalism?
Party had thought that to overcome factionalism or ambition conflicts, spirit of collectivity would have been more useful. And that is why they might have decided about Nitin Gadkari ji, who doesn't have any personal agenda, personal ambition. So he may be better placed to bring all together. That's what he intended also from the early statements after becoming president.
So are you excited about the fact that there's this, new leader, new generational change? You have the younger BJP people now heading the Lok Sabha, the Rajya Sabha, being more assertive in meetings. Do you think that's a good thing, or do you think
I think a combination of age, competence and experience, all the three are needed. Just age won't be sufficient.
all three should be there?
For example, in Congress itself, if they had just raised this noise about youthfulness, it was nothing but to legitimize the upstaging of bringing up Rahul Gandhi to the fore. Had they been genuinely interested and honest about youthfulness, then they would have chosen Jagan Mohan and not Rosaiya in Andhra Pradesh. So it is all political gimmick. And BJP should not have fallen prey to that gimmick.
So does it sadden you now that, the BJP and the RSS are being accused of saffron terror, and we've had the involvement of various persons in the Mecca Masjid, Ajmer blasts?
I'm not sad, and definitely I'm angry, not sad.
Angry with them, or angry with the governments that caught them?
Angry, not that government has caught, because it will all have to be proceeded in the courts. What I feel, if some Swayam Sevak out of 4 lakh Swayam Sevaks has indulged in some untoward activity, then law should take its own course. Why should I defend or offend? Nothing.
No, but there's, there was some newspaper reports at one time that you had met the Swami Dayanand, etc., etc. So, you will have to react.
No, in the public life, it always, not only I, but also Makhanlal Potedar. And even Abdul Kalam. He was also seen with him. So just meeting a person doesn't hold any water.